Need a warm-hearted fairy to brighten your day and give you fashion-forward advice? Then look no further than the Princess of Celeria herself. It's time for us to count down all the greatest Stella moments in Winx Club history. This list considers the events of seasons 1 through 7, as well as the Winx spin-off, World of Winx. Please keep in mind that this is a list full of personal opinions. If you have a favorite moment of Stella's that I didn't cover, or maybe a differing opinion in some way, then feel free to mention it in the comments below.
Alright, let's get moving.
Number 5. Introducing Bloom to Magix. Stella is technically the first fairy we are ever introduced to in the series. In the first episode, Bloom stumbles across Stella warding off an ogre named Nut in the Gardenia Park. From what we can gather, Stella probably had to do this a lot, considering that she showed familiarity with him. That means that before the events of the show, Stella was probably battling against the Trix's forces single-handedly. The battle takes its toll on Stella, however, but it's because of this that she gets to spend more time with Bloom. Stella nurtures Bloom's powers and helps convince Bloom and her parents to let her attend Althea College. Stella even goes as far as to sneak Bloom in under a false name. Stella's at her best here, as we see her magic potential, mischievous behavior, and she essentially is the whole reason that Bloom even became a real fairy. Number 4. For Stella, her moment to shine is probably the most heartwarming, at least to me. She rescues her father, sacrificing herself in the process, even after everything he said and did to her, spell or no spell. This is especially touching since Cassandra, Stella's stepmother, proved that she didn't care for Rudius one bit and left him to die. This highlights Stella's warm heart and bravery perfectly, and it's because of this that Stella is able to break through to her father, if not for just a moment. Number 3. Facing her fear. As much as Stella is sunshine and rainbows, we can't deny the fact that even she has been through hard times. She just likes to keep all of her actual strife secretive and bottled up. One of Stella's biggest struggles, ironically, is acceptance. Stella wasn't always the center of attention. She had trouble fitting in as a child. The fact that her parents divorced probably only made this struggle even more difficult. World of Winx elaborates more on her troubled childhood, voicing out Stella's biggest insecurities. I'm assuming that the writers were implying that Stella was picked on when she was younger, but it's unclear to me at least if the things that the other kids teased her about in her Nemesis' fantasy were real, or if they were just Stella's inner insecurities. Despite it all, Stella faces her fear and learns that she has friends who accept her, no matter what. And because of that, she need not worry about what others think about her. When Stella's confidence shines, so do the people around her. This is the perfect character development for Stella, and this episode showcases what makes her so special. She quite literally brightens up the world around her.
Stella, don't cry. Remember how we moved past our hardest moments?
But I am alone now.
We'll never be alone. We have our friends.
Wow, Stella, you're really good with people.
You make everyone feel better than ever. I'm impressed.
No. My friends, they are my light.
They will always be part of me!
Number 2. Beauty within art. The biggest flaw with Stella's character would be her vanity. Stella can be superficial at times, and she doesn't like it when things don't go her way. She even puts a beauty pageant above her studies at Althea. However, this problem is addressed in what I like to call her beauty within arc. Things go south for Stella really fast in this season. During what was supposed to be the day of her life, she not only discovers that her parents are never getting back together, but thanks to her evil stepmother and stepsister, she's stripped of her #1 pride and chased out of her own castle by her father. Stella no longer bears the title Princess of Solaria, and she is forced to live under a monstrous form. Her friends are still there for her, of course, but her #1 fear, as we mentioned before, is that people won't like her. Because of this fear, she attempts to charm Brandon so that he can't see what she's become. She then tries her hardest to rid herself of the curse, all without the one she loves most finding out, because she didn't want to disappoint him. Stella believed in her heart that maybe people only liked her because of her looks. Before she lifts the curse, Stella has to come to terms with the fact that everyone loves her for who she is on the inside, and that looks really are superficial. What helps Stella realize this is the people around her who love her most. Her friends, and even Brandon, all saw her in her monster form, but if anything, they only loved her more. Finally, for the #1 Stella moment in the series. Standing up to Cassandra. There's a lot of Stella action in this season. Even after realizing that looks are superficial and achieving her Enchantix power, there's still one more notable moment for Stella in this season. Stella must take back her kingdom once and for all to save her people from the rule of Cassandra and her daughter who used dark sorcery to usurp the throne. Pretty much the entire season has built up for this moment. Stella has finally broken her curse and gotten even stronger than before, making it the perfect time to attack. Stella breaks into the wedding between her father and Cassandra to reveal to her people that they have been lied to. She then goes the extra mile to face off against Chimera and chase down Cassandra. Stella proves her worth as a princess and regains the throne, not through selfishness, but for the sake of her subjects and her father. Because of this act of bravery, Stella is able to break the spell on her father and save Solaria from possible devastation. Stella's worth was put to the test, and she proved that she is more than worthy.